And welcome everyone to our virtual co-working write-in edit-in event. I'm Coral Sands, author and your host for today's writing event.
And I'm Ansley Ashe, author and co-host for today's writing event.
To keep myself accountable, I love write-in events. I want to warn you though, when I post prompts followed by short bursts of break time so we can really be productive. Think of this as a 1-hour marathon of working on your story.
This is live on YouTube, but feel free to watch the VOD afterwards so you can pause if you need more time. While you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and do all the fun algorithm stuffs like and share.
And upcoming writing events that we have today's event at 11 a.m. Central, and then our next event is actually going to be June 22nd at 11 a.m. Central.
We post all of our upcoming events on our Facebook group called Writing Quest. We'll leave a link in the description below. Let's start with a quick 5-minute sprint to get our creative juices flowing.
All right, so for sprint 1, our prompt is something that festers becomes worse as time passes. Fester can also mean in the context of wounds and sores to become painful and infected. So this should be a really fun prompt for us. Let's get 5 minutes on the clock and let's dive in and use this as inspiration.
This is a great prompt. can't hear Coral, so I don't know if there's something wrong with her mic. But welcome back. How did you do?
What now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
All right. That ding means it's time for a break. All right. How did everybody do?
Let's see. I had 220, so not bad. Happy with that.
Not bad. I got 140. I'm happy with that though, for sure. What did you do for fester? What was festering?
So yeah, this is where like because I write in a series, like I already know the things that are like boiling beneath the surface. So by the time we get to the story, the novella that I was in last month, Allison, it's the 4th book in the series, and in the 1st book of the series, her husband does something that gets him arrested, and she's like, "Gosh, that was such a stupid thing to have done. Why did you do that?" And he gets acquitted. But like, why did you do it? You didn't even talk to me first. Like, we have legal consequences and bills, and you just cut me completely out of that. And so it's the sore point, like why their marriage is basically falling apart. And we're at this pivotal moment. Are they stay together, or are they going to break up? And guess what? Yours, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. I will decide when I write the scene. I finish the scene.
Love that. Love that. Yeah, I decided to use it as a metaphor because the main character does not want to go to a party, and I feel like socializing was like a festering wound, and it's something that they needed time to like recharge, and it's exhausting and everything else, and so that's what I used it as. So a little bit something different.
Well, so what I liked about that is medically, if you take it in a more medical context, sometimes festering wounds, you have to drain the pus out of them, right? Which is like a really gross thing to think about, right? But metaphorically, by like opening it up and draining all of that sickness out of there, you get to a place where you can have healing. So that's what made this, a pivotal thing in my scene. So like, yeah, but sometimes you do just need to rest and recharge and, let your body deal with that infection. So like, it can go either way. That's what made the prompt genius. So like, thank you.
I love it. It's great. And everything came together really well. So, for our next prompt, I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I figured we might use music as an inspiration. So maybe a title of a song lyric, something along those lines, and use it as inspiration to write your next section of your writing right now.
We can't all be Ansley. We can't all be Ansley, whose entire November novel was inspired by one song by Måneskin.
Oh, nice.
I'll pick a different song by a different band. But yes, like totally. I've done this before. This is amazing. You know what? Because some music has beautiful metaphors in it. Beautiful and urgent, and the lyrics, and and then the energy of the song in and of itself. Is it a sad song? Is it a happy song? Is it an angry song? Is it like, what does that do, and how does that energy inform you? I think I love it. I write to music all the time, so.
Absolutely. I think that maybe since we had talking about going to a party, maybe we'll have a going to the party with the windows rolled down and singing, some road trip song or something like that to get there.
If you're watching this, leave a comment below. Tell us what song you used and how it inspired you. We love to see that stuff.
Absolutely. All right, that ding means it is time for another break. How did everybody do? How goes the writing?
How did you do? How many did you get?
I got 250 words.
About 300, 309. So
nice.
Nice.
About average, right?
Yeah. About my average. So this was fun. So what kind of music did you choose? Were you like in the car? Were you playing?
Yeah, definitely road trip songs. I was thinking that the entire time, you know, hand out the window, doing the little with the air and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
my oldest child has a playlist that is all like sea shanties, and it is like literally 4 days long. 4 days long. Like you could just start at the top, and I mean, it doesn't have the same verse. So like there are songs that repeat, like I don't know. I can't even think of like one that repeats off the top of my head. But like there's like the Wellerman, right? The Wellerman, a very famous sea shanty. She's got like 6 or 7 different versions of that on there. But yeah, like the whole thing is like 4 days long. So like, and there's so many just random sea shanties that, you know, like I've never heard before. Like, so it's so much fun to like get in the car with that. And that's just one playlist, and like playlist after playlist after playlist. They do playlists for characters. So I get like all kinds of different types of like what an angry song sounds like. And it's not all rock. We got angry country and angry, like, so like if they have an angry character, and if they have characters that are just like in love, we have that. And if they have characters, there are a surprising number of revenge songs out there. So like, so much to be done. That was great.
I love it. That's awesome. Sea shanties are amazing. I am a huge fan of Home Free, and they have a killer sea shanty medley that is really, really awesome. that they did actually during COVID, and how they filmed it. It was like them on their own phones and stuff like that. And so you see them individually and never see them on screen. It's really
yes,
good.
yes. Romy does have a version of that one. I have seen the video for that, so I do know what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, so like so much fun there. Yeah, so we'll have to talk about it. Like sea shanties, who knew, right?
Yes, absolutely. So again, thinking about something that I was thinking about when I was creating these prompts and stuff was like, what is like the lore of, you know, your story? Like, what is something that is the gossip? What is the conspiracy theory that happens in your story? And so it's just something fun that I thought that it could be fun to play around with, because like you could take it in so many different directions and stuff like that. So do you have any thoughts on what kind of conspiracy you could use in your story?
I do. Well, first of all, I write mysteries, right? So like there's a conspiracy in like almost every single bit, right? Because like you have your detective and then you have your person trying to get away with it, right? And if anybody is helping someone try to get away with it, I mean, you know, where two or more people are plotting against, there's a conspiracy there. So I have thoughts upon thoughts upon thoughts. But I think maybe I'll go in a different direction than that. And maybe we'll talk about like political conspiracies, because Allison is the daughter of a representative, and her uncle was the chief of police, and she hates the mayor, so, or the mayor hates her, I guess is maybe a more accurate way to say that. So yeah, crazy things happen in government sometimes.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. So this is your time to write about a conspiracy. We're going to put 10 minutes on the clock, and let's do this. All right, that ding means it is time for a break. And how did everybody do? Let us know. And don't forget to put into the chat, what was your conspiracy theory or conspiracy that happened in your story? What did you use for inspiration?
Right. So the mayor is used to running the gang, and he's having his old gang members rounded up by the cops and prosecuted for their crimes.
Nice.
He's putting away like any bad things that might go against him. That way he looks good, and the gang members and his enemies go to jail.
Absolutely. That's a
Sounds
good one.
Novel. No, but it sounds
It
like
really
a
does.
novel. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this now. Like, I don't have a card for it. I don't have note cards, whatever. I would have to figure this out.
I love it though. So interesting and yes, and yummy and yes.
So, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. Maybe that's book 6. Who knows? What about you? What
So
did
my
you
conspiracy. My character had some bullying that occurred earlier in the story, and they got a concussion during the situation, and they haven't been back to school since. And so there's all types of conspiracies going on at school where people were wondering about what the heck happened to the new kid.
Yes. So my son had that. He got every time. So like since he's had like these tiny little ulcers that were caused by ibuprofen, and so like sometimes when he just gets like norovirus or whatever, it takes him out for like an entire week, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, did he move? Is he really really sick? You know, or whatever?" And he just can't go to school because he's just too sick to go to school, and it's like not really. I feel like it's amazing, and there are people who ask if he has cancer and stuff like that. So, like, yeah, all kinds of stuff. This definitely happens in a high school. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, for sure.
Okay,
I love it.
All right.
They're rife with conspiracies and stuff like that. So now I got to.
What's your favorite one? What's the favorite one that you came up with for them to talk about?
Oh, well, because it was the docs that did it, that, the main character, like the thing surrounding it was this, where they wanted them to like pray during cafeteria. You have to read it to understand. But anyways, they were just like, okay, whatever. And so they got bullied about it. And so the conspiracy theory is that one of the conspiracy theories is that the main character is actually at a Reformed church getting
praying away your sins. Yes. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I've heard that one before in school when I was growing up. You never know. Okay.
So we are. It's time for prompt 4, and this is definitely, you can take it so many different ways. Write a character hoping something will happen.
Doesn't have to be a good thing.
No, it does not have to be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. It could be an interesting thing. It could be a weird thing. It could be, there's so many different ways you could take this.
I know. What do you want to have happen that maybe you shouldn't want to have happen, or maybe you should want to have happen, or maybe it's a long shot that it'll happen? So many different ways.
There's so many different ways. I'm so excited to see what we're going to do here. And I think I know where I'm going with mine. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Everybody take a deep breath and let's do this. is our last break before the end of the show. So this is the time to really take a deep breath and stretch. And if you haven't, drink some water.
Keep hydrated, very important. I was dealing with, a little bit of sore muscles because I didn't drink enough properly during the heat. Over 80 degrees, and I was exercising a couple of days ago, and my muscles were just a little bit more crampy than usual. So make sure you drink your water; it's very good for you.
Absolutely. How did you do during that last sprint?
So a little over 300 this time, and he hopes for something, and the opposite happens because that's the way we roll.
Absolutely. That's exactly how we roll.
You can't say oh no, I hope she's not going to see me. Of course she's going to see him. Of course.
Yes, for sure. My character was hoping that...
go ahead.
My character was hoping that they would be able to get away from someone who has been clinging all over him, and they're not happy with it and stuff like that. So they definitely went and found an exit strategy, and but now the drama is going to ensue because now the main character is going to be kind of flirting with someone else, and then the person who is clinging all over them is gonna see, and is going to be drama.
This is very high school. This is very high school. The drama. Oh my gosh. Amazing. I think that's the thing I like best about working in fiction is if your character makes a stupid mistake, you can punish them, and you can either punish them in the same scene by having something reverse on them, or you can punish them later and use it as foreshadowing. So every time a character makes a stupid decision, they pay for it, which is so much more satisfying than IRL because ever watch people around you just make really and then nothing happens to them, and you're like, it's not the way it's supposed to work. Not sometimes, but yeah, it just really just drives me nuts when somebody does something stupid and they just can't. So it is a little bit satisfying. It's actions do have consequences. That thing we tell our kids when we're raising them.
Right.
Or my dog. I don't understand why my dogs don't get this. I tell them hey, did you do the thing? Of course you got put in the crate. We're mean. And they're I don't understand. It's they don't speak the same language I do or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Something like that. Ever scold your bunnies? No digging here. It's they never pay attention.
No chewing on the phone cords. We need these.
We need these? I had a bunny that chewed on, that dug into the wall and chewed on electrical wires once.
Yeah, I believe it.
The electricity was not. Yeah, the bunny was fine, the electricity was not. And this is the sole reason we don't have bunnies anymore. It's no, I am not responsible enough for me to electrocute a bunny or something. And they're cute.
Right,
so
right.
Somebody else is going to pay attention to them. Okay. Don't make it be a bunny, but that's our last prompt for 5 minutes. A character is wounded. So what are they doing? Feel
we're kind of bringing back to the beginning of the story of the virtual write-in, where we had started off with festering, and now we are ending with the character is wounded. How did they get wounded? Was it something that they did to themselves on accident? How did this occur? There's so many ways you could take this.
So many.
And so many different characters that can do it.
Yeah. Fun times. See you in 5.
All right. See you in 5 minutes. The 5 minutes up already? Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That went
wow.
super fast.
I know. Okay. I got 120.
Right.
I got 120 words that time. How about you?
I got, let's see, tools. 114.
So yeah. All right. Well, time's up. Fantastic work. Everyone, during our next event, which we will be streaming on Sunday, January the 22nd at 11 a.m. on the Writing Quest YouTube. That's right here. And I will be gloriously sunburned because I am co-founder and co-organizer of one of my local literary festivals. If you're in the Grays Lake, Illinois area, come see me. I will be there Saturday, June 21st, all day long. But I will be here.
So
I will not miss this.
I can't wait.
I know, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm hoping to be able to go, but no promises. So, but I'm currently working on trying to make my way there. Just don't know whether or not we'll have 20s in our way.
Yeah, no. The bunnies come first. All right, remember, even if you didn't make your goals, you were attempting to put effort to write a little bit every day, and that's amazing.
And if you want to keep in touch, you can join our Facebook group, Writing Quest.
Before we go, we must thank our amazing producer, David McInnes. We couldn't do any of this without him.
And the description includes links to all of our social media. So if you like this content, please comment, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Bye.